The message arrives mid-afternoon, buried between work emails. Upcoming school payment. You skim it once, assume it's optional, then notice the deadline. By the time you finish reading, the decision has already been made for you. That's the paradox. It's presented as a request, but it behaves like an obligation. At first, you look for the choice. Is this a trip, an activity, something you can opt out of? The wording is polite, appreciative, community-minded. Nothing sounds compulsory, but nothing explains what happens if you don't pay. You scroll again. Participation assumed. Arrangements already in place. Names already counted. You didn't agree to anything new. You just didn't object fast enough. A week earlier, you'd been budgeting carefully. School fees accounted for, uniform done, lunch money planned. You'd left a small buffer, not comfort, just margin. This payment doesn't touch the big costs. It eats the buffer. And once the buffer is gone, everything else tightens. The same pattern appears somewhere else. Your child brings home a letter about a recommended program. Not mandatory, just strongly encouraged. Everyone else is doing it. It supports learning, builds confidence, enhances experience. You're not asked if it fits your month. You're asked how you'll handle it. Opting out feels like saying no to your child, not to the system. There's a third version that's even quieter. A payment shows up on the app without warning. A charge labeled school services. You don't remember approving it, because you didn't. It was activated by enrollment, by attendance, by being part of the system. That's the mechanism most people miss. These costs don't rely on enforcement. They rely on assumption. They arrive wrapped in normality, not threat. They lean on belonging, not rules. And by the time you notice the pressure, the social cost of refusing feels higher than the financial one. Nothing here feels aggressive. That's why it works. Each request stands alone. Each amount looks manageable. Each deadline feels reasonable. But together, they quietly redefine what basic means. You're not paying for extras anymore. You're paying to avoid exclusion, to avoid awkward conversations, to avoid your child being the only one not involved. And that's where the pressure really lands. Not on your wallet, on your identity. You're the kind of parent who plans ahead, who provides, who doesn't make things difficult. Those traits don't protect you here. They make you predictable. Because the system doesn't need to force payment. It just needs you to care enough not to say no. And by the time the request reaches you, not paying no longer feels like an option, even though it was never officially required.